Filipinos were doing dance trends way before TikTok existed. At any Filipino party, you see titas line dancing todo todo, college cousins dancing hip hop, and everyone in between doing the otso otso. But while dance can only be a hobby for us Filipinos, it has now emerged into a billion-dollar industry. Yet Filipinos and people of color within the industry are not getting the full credit for their work. Reality TV competitions like So You Think You Can Dance and America's Best Dance Crew profit off Filipino dance talent. And because of national shows like these, hip-hop has been introduced into millions of homes and deemed as acceptable, which is a complete shift from the 1990s, when the New York Police Department formed a division nicknamed the Hip Hop Police with the sole purpose of criminalizing hip-hop. While the model minority myth has been used to change the perspective of hip-hop to the masses, the deeper problem here, which includes Filipinos, is that it erases and ignores hip-hop's origins to the Black community and their culture. So, how can institutions get away with profiting off art forms created by people of color? Are Filipinos part of the problem? And can the future of the dance industry be more inclusive?
I'm Trace Gaynor, and here's what you missed on the Chismis, presented by Kumu.
In the dance industry, choreography is easy to steal and take credit for. I mean, we've all seen Bring It On. Take Filipina TikToker Hannah K. Balanay and her viral choreography to Dua Lipa's Don't Start Now. Her TikTok racked up 54 million views and was even programmed as a dance move that characters can do in Fortnite. But her choreography was only palatable enough for national TV when it was a TikToker like Charli D'Amelio doing it. And so here's the problem. White creators get to cherry pick from the finished products of POC creators and reap the benefits without facing any stigmas.
But Filipinos aren't free of blame either. Just as white creators profited from POC and specifically Black creators, the same could be said of our own by the Black community.
Let's bring it back to hip-hop, the culture created in the South Bronx in New York by Black and Puerto Rican youths in the 1970s as a means to resist the obstacles of living in an impoverished neighborhood. As the popularity of hip-hop grew, news outlets painted the genre as violent, calling Black teenage energy scary. And while moshing became a violent trend at predominantly white rock concerts, Los Angeles police would preemptively cancel hip-hop concerts for the fear that live performances attract violent people. But when Asian Americans entered the hip-hop scene in the 80s and 90s, attitudes towards the genre started to shift. Club promoters in Southern California started booking Asian dance crews to draw bigger crowds. Then dancers eventually started organizing their own competitions like Vibe, which brought in not only more dancers to the scene, but hundreds of fans as well. In colleges, cultural organizations broke off into dance teams like UCLA's Samahang Modern, Cal Poly Pomona's Barkada Modern, and UC Irvine's Kaba Modern, who found national recognition on America's Best Dance Crew. These teams were birthed out of their annual PCNs, or Filipino Cultural Nights. Today, Asian Americans have been used to sell hip-hop inspired choreography as a form of entertainment, thus commercializing the art form. So how do we celebrate Filipinos innovating within the dance industry? Well, it starts with recognizing the real roots of hip-hop and what it is, Black culture. And within this culture, we are simply guests. And as guests who take part in the culture and its commercialization, we have to understand the historical, cultural context of hip-hop. Most times, the choreography that we see on TV is not hip-hop. It's inspired by it, and this choreography would not exist without the innovation of freestyle and fusion of hip-hop or street dance styles. The culture is the competitive and liberating dance that took place in clubs, battles, and ciphers, the same events that were criminalized until entertainment turned it into profitable. Once we have that understanding of what actual hip-hop dance culture is, only then can we understand how Filipinos navigate dance in other styles and genres.
Hi guys, my name is Jessica, also known as Ceviche on Kumu. I'm a North American live streamer and cover topics on lifestyle, culture, and college. On Kumu, you can find content that you care about. Just download the app, click the social TV tab to browse live streams from North America, talk shows, gaming, and so much more. See you there. Now, back to the episode.
Take Cheryl Burke, for example, who flexes her versatility between styles on Dancing with the Stars, becoming the first female professional to win on the show and the first professional to win twice consecutively. And there's Bailey Munoz, the b-boy who can do it all, winning So You Think You Can Dance through his performances of jazz, cha-cha, Broadway, contemporary, and of course, hip-hop. And then to NBC, we'll find World of Dance, which was co-founded by Filipinos Dave Gonzalez and Myron Martin, and originally began as an event to highlight POC dancers and artists. Today, WOD features hosts like J-Lo and Neo, and is now televised nationwide as a reality competition. Contestants from the 4th season even brought traditional Filipino dances onto the stage. U-Peeps, a crew from Quezon City, Philippines, dance with abanicos and the dinikling to a song in Tagalog, all on American TV. While there's still so much to say and even much more to learn, the most important takeaway is that dance is cultural. Whether it's ballet, salsa, or dance hall, the entertainment we see originates from people and their culture. And if we're ever talking American entertainment, it can't get more American than hip hop, born in New York City. So the future of dance has to be inclusive. That's all it ever could be. It's just time we learn its history and acknowledge who really built the American dance industry.